Hey y'all, welcome to Sweet Tea and Butterflies. I am able to participate in the Just Your Imagination challenge this month, sorry. We're using tumbling tower blocks, acrylic nails, and an embroidery hoop. And our hosts are Kathy Joe DIYs, Rustic and Lace DIYs, and the guest host is Clary's Creations. So let's get into DIY number 1. So I'm using the embroidery hoop here and a rub-on transfer. So something that I found, I've seen other people do the rub-on transfers on material, but these particular rub-on transfers are the ones that have a really sticky carrier sheet. And I just could not get the rub-on transfer to transfer where I could pull off the carrier sheet. So I just left carrier sheet and all because I didn't want to ruin the design. So, yeah, that's, I figured it was better to go that way than ruin the design. In my particular current health situation, I don't have a whole lot of patience, and if I had ruined the design, I would have been, that's it, I'm done. Because there are some days I'm in pain. There are some days that I'm just not feeling well. So I have learned to not push myself beyond what I can tolerate for the day. But I have gone and done my PET scan, my MRI. I've had my radiation consult, and Wednesday I have my chemo consult. So after all of that, we'll have a plan of action, and I'll know what my treatment plan is and when it's going to start and all that good stuff. So, because of all of that, I am no longer employed. So, yeah, I'm kind of stressing the loss of my income. But the Lord will provide, one way or another. He brought me to it, He'll bring me through it. Okay, so as you see there, I took that piece of muslin, put it in the, I put the design on it, put it in the embroidery hoop, tighten the embroidery hoop down. Oh, pardon me. Oh. And now I am going to make a little, basically a little messy bow out of some of the scrap material that was left over from the tassels that I did. And so I just cut a string, doing a little bit of, I'm cutting those strips down because they were way too big for this project. So I just cut them down, made them a little bit smaller. And just crisscross and whatnot, and then tie it off in the middle. I'm sure all of you have seen messy bows done before. Yeah. And this is something that I find you really, really could use a third hand for. I made it work, but yeah, I remember when I was a child wrapping presents and whatnot at Christmas, when my mom was trying to do the ribbon around the box and whatnot. I had to be right there on hand to lend a finger to put down on there so she could tie the knot and have the ribbon that's wrapping the package, nice and snug and not too loose. So, yeah, brings back childhood memories. How fun. Anyway, so I made the little messy bow, and I'm going to take this velvet ribbon, red velvet ribbon, and I'm going to make a little hanger with it. And this one, it's not the most imaginative use of the embroidery hoop, but at this particular point, I'm just happy I was able to participate. So I went with a simpler project and was able to get in there and participate. So, because the Just Our Imagination is the first collaboration that I ever joined, and I was on a good roll there where I didn't miss any of them for almost a year, I think. And then as my health issues got going there, getting worse and all that, I started missing some. So this is one of my favorite ones because some of the things that these ladies throw at us to craft with, it definitely challenges your creative abilities for sure. But it's so much fun. You can see Smokey there on my lap as usual. Well, she was. Oh, why am I so sleepy? I should not be this sleepy. Well, I don't know. I was up numerous times in the middle of the night trying to increase my water intake. I'm terrible about drinking water, but I'm also kind of dehydrated. So I've been trying to increase my water intake, and it seems to hit me after I go to bed, and I'm up every hour. It's ridiculous. Drives me crazy. So that might be why I'm yawning, because I was up every hour. It's kind of hard to get a decent night's sleep when you wake up every hour, right? Anyway, I made also made a little bow with the red velvet ribbon to put in the middle of the messy bow there. And there we have it. It's a little Christmas cow, um, embroidery hoop ornament. Alright, in come the tumbling tower blocks. We craft with those all the time. So, I mean, I guess typically when it comes down to it, the challenge with the tumbling tower blocks is coming up with something new that you haven't seen a zillion times, which I didn't. I just did like glued three of them together. So I'm doing something different. I'm there's my little Smoky. I'm incorporating the acrylic nails in with this one. So I used to do nails way back when I was still in Nevada. So thankfully I happen to have acrylic nails on hand. Sorry, I was hearing something behind me. Didn't know what it was. I think it's a cat getting into stuff. She's a little stinker a lot of times. Sorry about that. Anywho, so what I did was I pulled out my acrylic nails and I used all of the smaller ones because when I do use them on, I've learned to grow my nails out where I don't usually need the acrylic nails. Sometimes if I break one off, then I'll use the acrylic nails. But anyway, it's usually not the pinkies, the smallest ones. So what I did was I clipped, I painted the tumbling tower blocks black. I clipped down, I used two different sizes of the acrylic nails, but it was the two smallest sizes. And what I did was I clipped and made more of a pointed end on them. So that it looked more like a poinsettia petal type thing. I don't know how to explain it. And then I took and hot glued them, making sure that they were lifted up some because I wanted it to look like it was blooming. So like it was blooming up. So anywho, I guess I'm just too easily distracted today where I keep losing track of what I'm. It's mainly the cat. She's the stinker. She likes to get into way too much. Or gets on top of stuff that she doesn't need to be on. Anywho. So I did the first bit of it, the acrylic nails around. And like I said, I made sure that I kind of held them up a little bit where it looked like they were blooming up and out. And then I pulled out my nail polish and painted them. But I guess I haven't gotten to that point yet. So I did two layers of the acrylic nails on here. Like I said, I used the bigger ones. They're a little bit bigger on this part, and then the smallest ones to do in between there, as you'll see here in a little bit. And I was a little off on my placement there. That's nothing new. I'm usually a little off, right? I can be one heck of a hot mess sometimes. There, I finally found the nail polish. So I took and just went over each of those. Did one coat of the nail polish on there. While that was drying, I went and cut and filed the smaller nails to put on the next layer. I did not realize that I had left quite this much in. So, anywho. So, let me, take this time to say thank you to all of you that that follow and watch my videos and interact with my content. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And I will try to, it just depends on how my treatments make me feel. But now that I'm not working a full-time job, I'm going to try to be a little more, where I can do this. But sometimes sometimes my health is the issue for not getting, content out there. But I'm going to try to do better. I just ask y'all to just bear with me. There may be, I'm sure I'll have good days and bad days with because radiation chemotherapy is definitely no picnic in the park. But, I do have more time on my hands to be able to put out more content, and it honestly might be a good thing for me to have, little crafty things to keep me busy. So, anywho, and I also have the for the playlist. Don't forget to go check out all the other ladies, Kathy, Jo, Brenda, and Clary. And I've also got the playlist for the Just Our Imagination in the description box. So go check that out. I absolutely love trying to, I absolutely love watching and seeing what everybody else comes up with some of these crazy items that they come up with to what am I trying to say? Oh, to, stump us and whatnot. They make they make us put on our creative hats for sure. So now I've taken some of these little table scatter things. They're the little mini gold balls from Dollar Tree, and I'm just placing those all in the middle of the poinsettia. And it just got my tweezers, make it a little bit easier to grab a hold of them and be more precise with where I'm placing them in there. But by now I have done 2 coats of the nail polish on each of those, so that it's a deeper color. I just didn't think you needed to see me doing every coat on all of them. There's a little Smoky laying up. She's kind of been, she's been a bit of a lap buddy, more so lately. And so has the dog. I've got, my husky, and she has her moments where she's up in the chair with me and will not move. Most of the time when I'm having a rough day, they're both like right there. I guess they're my emotional support animals. Trying to help support me through it all, right? Who knows? But for the most part, I'm in a good mindset, positive mindset, and just ready to fight the battle, whatever it is that I have to fight. So, and I'm not foolish enough to think that I won't have some bad days occasionally. I'm sure I will. But I've got plenty of people around me to help pull me out of that. So, I have Buy Me a Coffee. I've got the link for that in the description box. So if you feel so inclined to buy me a coffee, that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, show, all the love things, all the YouTube love things. And just know that I appreciate your support. And here is the final reveal. A little poinsettia ornament and the little cow ornament. And thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.